So I'm interested in seeing what happens if you don't give this, make this girl uh, sign away the thing for the Yakuza. Huh? What do you mean? I met someone recently who gave me a contact with your name on it to sign a contract. But it seems like you owe them quite a bit of money. Why, I've been around this kind of stuff a long time. I can't figure out how a cafe owner owes that kind of money. Wait, you're working for her? Why? I'm not working for anyone. All I got is this contract and your name on it, and I want to know why. The truth is, this place isn't all above board, or it is, but it wasn't always. I don't borrow money or anything. That's stupid. When I was setting up this place, I was just trying to stay above water. But the building owner kept coming by to complain, and then this government types and health inspector came knocking. Never realized how complicated opening up a place like this in Tokyo could be. All those rules and regulations. All I ever wanted was to help out the kittens and make people happy. Then she came by, someone who loved cats as much as I did. She offered to help me smooth things over with everyone. I mean, I saw the tattoos and everything, but I didn't think you should judge people because of how they look. I still don't. There's no way I was going to say stay open and keep the kittens if I didn't get help fast, so I accepted her offer and things got better pretty quickly after that. The building owner stopped complaining and all the permits fell into my lap. Maybe you think it was stupid, but most of the cats here would be stray or dead if I didn't get help. For a while I thought it would be saved by a guardian angel after all. She loved the cats and was kind and friendly to me. It's been quiet too. The business with Tomo's Barrows was the first incident we had in months. About 2 months after accepting her help, and when I was closing the shop, some man showed up with a contract like that one you're holding. They said it was for services rendered, or something like that. Wasn't much at the time, so I signed it. I owed a lot after all, and I was doing pretty well. Only they coming back. Every time they came back, they had new contract. Every contract wanted more and more money. It's gone out of hand. I can't keep up anymore. Won't even see me anymore to talk about it. You'd get a favor from the Yakuza for nothing, did you? Wasn't being greedy, though. I thought she was trying to help. Helping the only way she knows how. And she does this again. Please, you have to help me. To be fair, had I listened to that the first time round, I may have been more lenient in, not forcing her to sign it. Oh well. No, but if you got the way, I'll be out of business. You have to tell. Please. Yeah, the poor kittens. All the sad stuff. This time I will help. Don't sign, I'll help. Ah, damn it. It doesn't matter what I need from her. I can't make you sign this in good conscience. Hooray! I knew good would prevail in the end. Thanks. How do you get mixed up in that woman anyways? I need some information from her. You should be careful. I don't know about her, but her thugs are dangerous. Last time they were here, I heard them talking about having to teach a girl from another cafe a lesson or something. Damn it. Guys like that. Breaking legs is probably all they're capable of outside of grunting and drinking. Call me naive, but I don't get how someone could be so two-faced. When I started seeing her face in the papers lately, I can't believe it. Surely the ruthless woman they were talking about couldn't be the Kazumi I knew, or so I thought. As like you said, a tiger can't change its stripes, right? Wait, so you should probably be more careful who you trust in the future. Sorry, I didn't mean to wrap you up in all this. Thank you for not making me sign. So what's your plan? Sure, I really have one. Maybe you could appeal kind of self. If she is a cat lover, I'm sure she wouldn't mind. I want these guys hurt, right? Oh no. We've gone into trouble, haven't I? Maybe I should go instead. It's good to be able to deal with it myself. Plus, get the impression that being confined by the cops hasn't put in a great mood. Sure you don't agree, but still there's something good in her. Sometimes I can't help but wonder if she's doing all these things if she didn't grow up. Can't help wonder if she'd be doing all these things if she didn't grow up into a life like that. And all the kittens love her when they played with her. Cats are such good judges of character. So I don't think her treatment of animals consoles too much with the treatment of people. Don't feel like a little queasy thinking about going back there without the contract. I mean, you're going yourself into this time, haven't you? No point dwelling now, mine's made up. Can't man Yakuza debt collection just because I'm in a tight spot. Don't worry, my kittens are never wrong in judging someone's character. Yeah, sure. I'll think of something, but you need to lay low and maybe close up shop for a while until they sort something out. Okay. There's definitely a lot more headache doing it this way than, you know, just making her sign. I wonder if I'll have to... What am I doing here? Go back. Oh, you... Hey, why are you... I don't want you to get hurt. Go home. I think Tomo is following me. Oh, we only... sup? Welcome back. I saw you took care of that little nuisance for me. I didn't have it sign it. I couldn't go in conscience ruin someone's life like that. Let me explain something to you. If I give you something to do, you don't come back until it's done. What, do you think there's some sort of moral crusader helping out the little guy? What'd she tell you anyway? That she was a small town girl who couldn't keep up with big meanies in Tokyo? Put it that way, I guess I do sound like I'm asking a bit much. Did she tell you about all of those cats that kept escaping? The ones who wandered into nearby businesses? How about the heaps of trash that were piling up around the place? If it weren't for me getting people off their backs and cleaning up the place, those cats would probably be dead by now. What we have here, Detective, is a trust issue. You were too quick to take the other side because of who I am, or at least who you think I am. Pity. Kazu. Yes, boss? Take her outside and show her what happens when people disappoint me. Don't be too rough. I don't want her a repeat of last time. Oh, and leave her face alone. However, someone would see a black eye and think she might be worthy of sympathy. Keep her jacket here. I like it. Very cliche. However. Did you know how friends tell me Did you know my friends tell me when all the police raids are coming? It's pretty handy, really. As a matter of fact, there's one scheduled for tomorrow. I'll be gone, of course. But if they were to find this jacket, well, who knows what they'll think. Would be pity if someone recognized it. Kazu, escort her out. Good luck finding that stupid little girl. Hold on, Kazu. Ito, who is this? He's, I'm guessing he's a stowaway from the cat cafe. He is, huh? I see. I love him. Look at his squishy little face. I can't have a detective beating around such a cute widow face. What's his name? Bean. Oh, I think his name is Tomo. Tomo. That's not much of a name for a man, is it? I should call you Mr. Marshmallow. About that blackmail and beating. Oh, that, forget it. Really? Oh, good. Yeah, Ito, lighten up. You're not at liberty unless you stand talking to your cop friends. You wouldn't want that, would you? No, they likely wouldn't believe me at this point anyways. My thoughts exactly. So cheer up. How can I stay mad when I look at these big eyes and those little feet? Look at you and I see a woman who prioritizes all the wrong. Who prioritizes priorities are all wrong, Ito. You don't appreciate what you have, only what you're looking for. That is, until you find it. But then what? What's left? That said, I was serious about one thing. If you talk about cops about my business or my affections for cats, or anything like that, Kazu might pay a visit to your apartment and pick up where he left off. Who wants to think about all that logistics and dismembering and disposing of a detective's body if this little whiskers woman against you? Sachicho was right. You genuinely love cats. So why make her Sam a contract that would end with her putting the cats down? She just wants all the cats for himself. Perfect and cute as she seems, she might love her cats, but she has strange ways of caring for them. She owes me a great debt, and it's right to collect it. If a cafe shut down, I'll make sure those cats have a home. They can't say the same for their owner. This job is about tough decisions, not legal ones like you cops make. In your business, you have to sleep with the choices you make, not leave them at the door when you hand your case over to the courts. Mr. Marshall likes being picked up. I feel totally justified in my choice now for making a sign. Oh, he is pretty cute. I'm not sure if you meant for this outcome, but I have to say you have some guts coming back like you did. I thought you'd be another pushover cop and keep in my pocket. I underestimated you, and in doing so, I've given you the information on one of my weaknesses. It's funny, really. I spend so much time making sure I'm not seen as the weak woman that all these men expect me to be, but that I don't feel like myself sometimes. Something I'm sure you understand quite well. Tell you what, I'll let you have that little one weakness of mine. It's only fair. I know so many of yours after all. In a different life, we could have been friends. That is true. Kazu, stand down for now. Ito, consider yourself lucky. I'll let you keep your jacket tonight. Understood, boss. Alright, forget the cat cafe contract. I'll get one of my boys to deal with it later. What is it you wanted again? That's the point anyways. Someone less mean is going to do it. Anyways, I want to speak to about a girl. I'm assuming this is all the same. Feels strange to be back here on these streets, knowing everything I know now. Ancient cults, a troubled family, a girl named Rena, all united by the history of death and suffering caused by a simple object. All the meaningless death and innocent people, and for what? To protect mankind? To make us better? Don't make me laugh. No more. I've gone down the rabbit hole far enough. I refuse to be a slave to this mask any longer. I'll destroy it, turn it back to ash, and do the world a favor. My final defiant act as reality breaks apart as it's at the seams. The Kawanas are waiting for me at the shrine. They know as well as I do the torment the mask brings with it. Let's hope the old woman can do what she says she can. So, it's very odd that the trees are now bare. Oh. Hey now. None of this shenanigans. This is kind of unnerving. Not again, I won't let you control me. Why now? Why is it trying to stop? To be fair, it knows it's probably gonna try and get killed, so those people were trying to restore things. I'm thinking about that. I have to keep moving. What is this feeling? Fear? I'm afraid to go forward. I have to go back. I can't move. Death. Everything about this place feels like that. Death. What if I'm wrong? Kazuki, Reina, they could still be down there. That's what I want. That's why I need to destroy it. But, oh god, what will happen? Why is it pleading with me? All those lives trapped in the mask want to be free, don't they? Then why? I could still turn back. Now's my last chance. I'm so confused. What do I do? Nope. You see this? Very cool visuals, just saying, as well. Enter shrine. Huh? Ito? So you came after all? Yes, of course you did. She knew it was the right thing to do. You bought something, didn't you? From the compound? I did. I found an old wooden amulet. You're right. The darkness I felt there was the same. Seriously? Wait. Is this actually real? When I was there, I saw visions from the past of people who are gone now. I know about the ritual Takori tricked them into performing. How could you have let it happen? She was just a girl. There's no answer I could give you that would satisfy you. No answer? Is that the best you could do? That's why you fled, isn't it? You knew all about the ritual and what would happen to everyone who was left behind, yet you took Mai and Takashi and ran, and did nothing to stop it. What would have changed? Emiko knew what staying meant for her, for children as well as I did. She was willing to die, however Takomasa told her to. I couldn't persuade my own daughter to save herself. You think I didn't try? The police would never have believed an old woman talking about ancient rituals. I had no choice. They were monsters. They weren't monsters, they were lost, looking for answers in a world that had none for them. Much like you. Like us. In my years with the mask, I could hear them sometimes in the darkness along with the voices I did not recognize. I always thought they were vengeful, relentless, punished me for my sins. Once we purify the mask, perhaps they will forgive us. Did you find the girl who was chasing you? This Reina? Did you ask her forgiveness? I'm not sure if it's even possible anymore. After everything that girl went through, all of her self-hatred and her sorrow are part of the mask now. I felt it at the shrine the day I shot her. Do you think that this will put a stop to all this? The whispers, Reina? All the strange things we've seen? Atonement is a journey, one that extends past our time on this earth. It will at least allow us to take the first step into righting our own sins. Our sins, huh? Hold on, I've only ever done luck rituals and harmless little blessings. This is different. Grandma, this is real. I don't know if I can do this. I calm myself. A ritual has meaning in its very act, and it's the God's way of preparing us for a true test. You're a pure child, and combined with your will, the ritual will gain power. It will work. It must. Why me? Because you're not corrupted by it. Only you can, and bring your mother peace. Please, Mai, you have to try. I know you think it's crazy, but this mask has caused a lot of people to suffer. It doesn't matter if you believe us. Just do it knowing that you will help me and your grandma move on. You haven't seen what we've seen, so I don't blame you for being skeptical. But you can believe in helping us, right? I just all want this to end. Me too, every day it's been harder to keep things straight. I think this mask is partly to blame. It's silly. I'm not religious. Never have been. I want this to stop, to be normal again. I want to believe that will work. And in you. So please, I'm begging you to try. Okay. Thank you, Mai. Are you ready? I just a moment to prepare. What if we were wrong? What do you mean? What if the mask isn't the problem? Or if we were just making it worse? An old man told me that the mask doesn't create the shadow, it only opens your vision to them. So are you doing the right thing? What if we're missing something? Are you losing your resolve? No, it's just Tanaka, the man who died, the one I was searching for. He always said a what if isn't good enough for a detective. I guess older habits die hard. Still so much I don't understand. And you never will. It's a matter of faith, child. Okay, I'm ready. Please forgive me for leading you to those people and for what happened to you. I tried to save you. I tried. Pray you find peace. Are you ready? Yes, I am ready. As the ritual continued, I felt overwhelming sadness. Like something had been ripped out from me and I would never find again. At the moment, whispers of the mass turned into desperate, pleading screams. I closed my eyes and hugged myself like a child, feeling at the moment utterly engulfed in fear. Boom. Then there was silence. When I opened my eyes, the mask was split in two. I knew at that moment Kazuki was dead and had been all along. We all left the shrine in silence. I never returned. Nothing was quite right after that day. Mina's presence was gone, but I started to feel other things. The shadows began to take on new, fearful shapes. Tokyo began to change. Crime shot up and murder rates peaked at an all-time high that year. The police were so swamped with a wave of violence that they reinstalled me as a homicide detective. The investigation into me was dropped entirely. I quit within 6 months. Just didn't have the stomach for it anymore, and after what happened to Kazuki, I could never focus. What if the ritual was a mistake? What if everything that happened since is all my fault? Sometimes I wake up at night wondering if the world is dark. The world of dark was the truth, and my life is now a dream. An afterimage after being exposed to bright flash. I don't go out much these days. I can't bear to face the real world. Ooh. So I guess I'm going through this again because I kind of want to see the other ones, the other endings. Admittedly, I've not really. There's one more ending I would like to see before becoming the bearer of the mask. So let me go through this and see quickly. I'm sorry, Reina. I'm gonna have to abandon you once more. Not that I like doing so. It really does suck. Keep clicking. Sorry, Reina. Not sure what the other ending would do anyways, but so we're down here. Got all this shenanigans. Let's wear the mask. I should point out as well is that from what I've found out, is that there's two essentially states of being you can be as you get here: violent and professional. And being violent essentially makes it that you destroy Reina and you don't forgive her. And there's actually, if you're professional, you can, forgive her and lead her to the door. There's also another option for when you essentially go down this path of choices, which is what I'm going for now. Be interesting to see how this plays out now that we don't have all the cat things. Something changed. Memories of my childhood, feelings I had, a sense of self, ripped out of me as I entered, fading. I have to focus, while I'm still me. Is someone else here? Kazuki, is that you? Stay put, I'll find you. Tanaka? Tanaka Kazuki? Is that you? Kazuki, say something. You can hear me, right? What if Reina was right? Or as if he was already gone? Oh god. Kazuki, please. Who? Ito? Ayami? Ayami, why are you here? Doesn't matter. All that matters is I heard you. And I'm here now. I can't believe it. It's really you. What's wrong? I'm sorry, it's strange, I feel light. The memories are coming back. I'm sorry, I need a little time. I think I remember. Ayami, how are you here? You shouldn't be here. No, I probably shouldn't. But I came for you. The way I got here, I remember now. She didn't know. I came here on my own. I had to leave her in the dark. I'm sorry. I was selfish, but it's the only way to find you. Sorry to put you through all that. It must have been hard on you. I can't remember clearly. I have to know what happened that night in the sewers. Why were you there? You know why I was there. I was looking for you. It was a trap and I fell right into it. Maybe you think I'm a fool, but I was desperate. There she was, a girl I shot before you, helpless and on your knees. My head was swimming, it was unreal. I heard gunshots before I woke up in the tunnels. Was that you? I didn't have a choice. What would you have done if she had a knife to my throat? I doubt I could have done better in your shoes. What's wrong? Is it true? Is what true? That you went with her willingly? That you gave her the mask? I have to know. Did you know what would happen? It's true, but not how you say. I saw her, a girl shrouded by an impossible darkness who I had obsessed over before her death. She was alive somehow, still wanted my help, so I went with her. I thought I found truth, real truth, the kind of truth that tells us why we're here. I didn't tell you because I convinced myself that it would protect you. Face it with the impossible, I drove straight in without thinking of anyone else or what consequences would be. Now that we're here in this place, I don't think I have it in me. Maybe I should be. I didn't think I would have it in me. But then I'd have to take a long, hard look in the mirror. Over the last few weeks, I've been grasping at straws in a world I didn't understand. But I didn't even know existed. All because Reina shattered everything I thought I knew. Step by step, I went after her, trying to figure out how some poor girl could be a focal point of everything. That didn't make sense in my life. My mind raced when I saw her alive that night. Suddenly, the doors of possibilities opened wide and I saw a world where I was no longer had control. I didn't shoot it because I hated it. I shot it because I desperately wanted to control the control back. Huh. I wish we could have helped her. I do. There's always more to it. To think of the impossible things we've seen and what that must have done to a young mind. I hope she finds salvation somehow. We didn't solve it, did we? All the formless shapes aren't any more solid now. No, but maybe that wasn't the point. What do you mean? Maybe we're not meant to know what it all means. Yet here we are, trying to change something that can't be changed. The mask and this shift in darkness, they were made by people who wanted to control over the known. People like us, who were confronted with a mystery they had to solve. Fate and change, life and death, the march of time, having control over them is an illusion. When I stand here with you, I understand that now. Guess that makes us lousy detectives, huh? Were you ever that good to begin with? I got myself kidnapped and you were dumb enough to follow me. Thanks, Irma. All those mysteries suddenly pale in comparison to the thought of having another day in our drafty apartment. Yeah. It was you who called to me, wasn't it? The night in the sewer. I don't remember. Everything since then has been hazy. I wandered aimlessly. I was so tired that my body was so heavy. I started hearing other voices and seeing shapes in the darkness. Formless things that felt like people I desperately wanted to see. Tell me everything would be right if I kept moving towards them. People I haven't seen in a long time. One day I saw my mother. She told me she missed me and to keep walking through the door and beyond. Did I ever tell you about my mother? She died when you were 15. She couldn't have been here. Still, I heard her like I hear you now. Kazuki, what have we gotten ourselves into? I don't know, but I'm glad we're in it together. We made a hell of a team, didn't we? Throwing each other into each other's messes. What I'm trying to say is Uh-oh. Kazuki, are you alright? I'm fine, don't worry about me. How about you? It's nothing serious. That's never happened before. Must be reacting to you. Amy, thank you for finding me, but you can't stay here. What are you saying? Neither can you. That's why I'm here, right? Thank you for coming for me. It makes me happy to see you. Happier than I know. Than you know. I love you. Stop talking like that. You could save it for when we're back. I'm saying it because I may never have another chance. When I finally arrived at the door, I felt a warmth. Something told me that if I kept walking, all the pain and uncertainty I felt would go away. And why didn't you? Because I was waiting for you. Somehow I knew you'd come to me. And I wanted to see you and have one last self-centered moment. Last? No, stop saying that. You're the one who isn't supposed to be here. Can't you see that? We're supposed to turn out this way. Tell me why you couldn't come back with me. Why I'm sorry, I feel a little dizzy. When I was lost in the darkness, every time I moved forward, a piece of me was left in my footsteps. And all I could feel was fear. Until I reached the door, everything faded away. Ever since you arrived, I remembered who I was. All my happiness and joy, but all my suffering and doubt as well. I kept walking away from the door. Maybe I'll forget it for good. All those things that make us human can't be here. If you stay here, you'll fade away, Ayama. So many people told me that being with you was a mistake, that I should find some normal girl to settle down with. But the normal girls don't understand me. They don't make me better. I choose right. I wouldn't be who I am without you. But if you would be nothing if you stayed here. No, there has to be a way. Stay it yourself. This place is beyond our control. So you're giving up? After all this suffering? After everything I went through? That's not the man I love. That's this place. I want nothing more than to come back with you. But I know if I leave, I won't be whole. The longer you stay here, the more I will destroy who you are. You have to turn back. Maybe he's right. Maybe this is the end of the road. I guess Reina was right after all. This place changed you. At least for now, I could talk to you and see you again and tell you I tried. There isn't much time. I can feel myself being torn apart. Turn to the surface is the only chance I have to saving myself. Bring him home. You have to go. Always trying to be noble and steal the spotlight. We're in it together, no matter how bad it gets. That was our one promise to each other from the start. Stick it out when things get tough. It's different. I won't sit here and watch you fall apart. Stop talking down to me like I don't get it. I've seen everything you have. More, even. I'll admit, you're right. I don't fully understand what's going on. For the last few weeks, I've been clutching at whatever shreds of truth I could find. Not knowing if they're really believable, if I could really believe any of it. I have a feeling that you were investigating her. You came across impossible things like I did. The thing is, you're just as lost as me. Neither of us is going to make any sense of anything if we stay here. The only thing left for us here is death. I didn't say that. You didn't have to. It's obvious what you think. But Kazuki, I want us to live. If you leave here, I might not be myself. No one will believe you. That's true. That is going to be the same. But I can't think of a worse possibilities. Staying here in this place is what hurt Runa and destroyed her mind. That pearl thing, I won't let it happen to you. Taking you up to the light is a risk I'm willing to take. If I left you, I regret it for the rest of my life. And I won't have a life or even a chance of one if I stay here. You're not wrong. We've both given up something by even being here. That doesn't mean we should give up. You trust me, right? I wouldn't have waited if I didn't. Ah, my head. Pan pan. We don't have much time. Let's go. What are you waiting for? I don't admit it, but I'm terrified. The only certainty that I've had since I got here is that the further I go, the more I forget. So I stay put. I'm scared too. You know what I've become? You promise you stay with me? Always. No matter what. No matter what. Come on, you have to go. Let's escape this nightmare. Okay, but what if... Whatever tomorrow brings, we'll deal with it then, one step at a time. Besides, you always said, what if isn't good enough for a detective? Using my old words against me. You choose me because you knew it wouldn't accept the easy way out. Well, I suffered too much to accept this as my ending. That night in the sewer. It was the last time I felt like myself. Until now, I guess. And we'll find out what's next together. It'll be okay. I promise. Okay. Come on. Let's go. Together we returned through the door and emerged, and I remember gasping. As if coming up from air after being submerged for a long time. As the breathing escaped me, a piece of me went with it. A piece I can't qualify a name was lost to that place. Its toll taken, never felt right after leaving. Trudging onwards, I heard sobbing for the hollow space, echoing the walls. As they continued, the shadows lost all definition, and everything turned to an inky darkness. I talked to Kazuki as I walked, but as we neared the surface, his speech turned to murmurs, then whispers, and eventually nothing. Eventually I dragged him to light, his eyes lost in some distant dream. After that day, Kazuki never spoke again. He lay in bed, his eyes glazed over, looking into a world I couldn't see. After the door, his memories I had of his murder and kidnapping became mine alone. And the world continued as if it never happened. To everyone else, he just suffered some sort of accident. For his sake, I cast the mask into the sea near Kamakura. Despite the warnings I received, it never returned to me. I can still feel occasionally a constant scratch in the back of my head like a needle. Several months after returning, my and a grandmother were found dead, stabbed to death in a shrine they tended. Oh gosh. They never found a suspect. After leaving the dark, I had trouble remembering things. My parents, my time in the police, my childhood. I see pictures, I feel impressions, but the images won't appear. Things become more confusing and more erratic. So staying home with Tanaka. Some nights I wake up in a cold sweat, afraid. I don't know why. But at least we're together. I promised him we would be. It's a sweet ending. Bittersweet. I think that sums up this game as a whole, to be honest with you. Just bittersweet. I still think I like the Save Arena ending the most so far. In terms of actual endings. That one, there was some closure at least. I mean, yeah, we didn't get to. Ito forgot the man she loved, but she did end up putting an end to the Rina's suffering and at least nullified the darkness for a while. Oh boy.